Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of How I Cook. I'm Stephen and Frederick. Labor Day is right around the corner, but that's not the end of summer. Summer doesn't end until September 21st. So we're having the watermelon episode. There's lots of good watermelons still in the supermarkets or the farmers markets. I really like watermelon. We're going to do 4 things with watermelon. Not necessarily that you have them all together, but these are really fun, easy, and delicious. So what are we going to start with? Let's start with the cocktail. I have a little over 2 cups of cut up watermelon already. There's lots of air in there, so it's 2 cups. I'm going to put it in a blender. And then the juice of 2 limes. These are small limes, but the sweetness of the watermelon, you want to offset a little with the lime. I have a juicer right here. I'm gonna put the lid on and then liquefy this. So there we have it. It's been liquefied. Now, cut this out. Now, we're going to strain it. We take a spatula and we just gently swirl it around. So this resulted in just under 2 cups. So we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of vodka. It's going to be strong. If you want, you can do less. Just use to mix it up. But we really want it to be cold and mixed up. So, I have a shaker here that already has ice in it. There'll be some for additional. Make sure I have it closed and we'll shake it. I like to shake it 100 times at least. For those of you who remember that old movie Cocktail, Bermuda, Bahama, come on pretty mama. And there we have it. Look at that beautiful color. It's really good. The watermelon, you don't really taste the lime a lot, but it helps cut the overly sweetness of the watermelon. And then of course the vodka. What a great way to start this episode. All right, let me clean up and we'll move on to our next dish. Okay, still enjoying this cocktail. So refreshing, so good. Our next thing we're going to make is watermelon mousse. Typically here chocolate mousse, we're going to make watermelon mousse. Very easy. 8 ounces of watermelon, a cup. 8 ounces of sour cream. About half of it. 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. All into the blender. If you have a food processor, yeah, you can use a food processor too. Boop. Okay, what I forgot was a pinch of salt. Boop. Salt on watermelon is really good. It brings out the juiciness. So those 3 ingredients are in here. And there we have it. Everything's mixed together, all liquefied. So next we're going to take a cup of heavy whipping cream, 8 ounces heavy whipping cream, and whip it until it's stiff peaks. So there we have it. Machines are wonderful. Stiff peaks. You can see they don't flop over. So we have the whipped cream here. We have the watermelon, the cream cheese, and the sour cream here. We're going to incorporate the pink into the white. We don't want to totally deflate the whipped cream, so I'm just folding it in. You can see I'm just lightly folding it in. Just lightly folding it in. If I were to whisk this or whip it up, it would just totally deflate. So now that I'm done mixing, let me try it. Good. Very good. It's not sweet at all. You definitely taste the watermelon. You can always add a little sugar or a sugar substitute if you want. I do not think it needs it. So next we're going to take a ladle and fill up some individual cups. 6 individual watermelon mousse. We're going to put it in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours. Let them firm up. Be careful. I'm not putting any plastic wrap on them right now. So be careful what things you have in your fridge. You don't want any open onion or anything like that that would impact the taste of this. I will put plastic wrap over them once they start to firm up. All right, let me clean up and we'll do our third recipe. So we've made a drink, we've made a dessert that's in the refrigerator. What next? Let's make a salad. Very easy. I did this on an episode way back when, but it fits in perfectly with the theme. Here's some cut up watermelon, red onion, the sweetness of the watermelon and the savoriness of the red onion play off each other really well. Some red onion on this one. So watermelon and red onion. Balsamic vinegar. You're going to put balsamic vinegar on top of the watermelon and red onion. Just sprinkle a little. You don't want to overwhelm it. And next, we're going to add some feta cheese. Here's some block feta cheese. Please use block feta cheese. We've talked about shredded cheese before and how they put cellulose on it to keep shredded cheese separated. The crumbles of feta cheese I have used in the past. The last time I did, they were so hard, they were so flavorless, just not worth it. So, just cutting up some block feta cheese. The salty creaminess of the feta with the onion, the balsamic, and the watermelon. We have this many times a month in the summer. You can have it as a side, you can have it as a starter, or if you make a really big one, you can also have it as a meal. Watermelon red onion, balsamic vinegar, and feta salad. Delicious. Easy, delicious, great all summer long. All right, I'm going to clean up and then we're going to do our last recipe. So we have a drink, we have a dessert, we have a salad. What do we need now? Let's grill some watermelon. We're gonna make something to coat the watermelon before we put it on the grill. So, I already squeezed some lime, quarter cup of lime, quarter cup of honey. The sweet and the tangy of the lime will offset each other. Don't waste any of that. Good, there we go. 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. And 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. So we have sweet, we have tangy, we have heat, we have salt. What else? This is going to be great. 1. 2. So it's all in the bowl. We whisk it up together. Up until now, I've already cut up the watermelon. This time I'm going to cut up the watermelon here. A nice sturdy knife. Cut the top off. You don't want to waste too much of the watermelon pulp. We're going to be cutting slices. This is nice, but I'm going to save this for something else later. Maybe just eat it. Okay. A nice thick slice here. Going to cut it into 4. We're going to put it in the mixture we just made. Honey, lime, cayenne, and salt. All right, so we have a grill that's already been prepared. The coals are gray, very hot here. We have our watermelon in our cayenne, honey, lime. And we're simply going to grill it. I'm going to be doing it in 2 batches, 2 minutes per side. So 2, 4, 6, 8. And then we'll be done. If you're a vegetarian, you could always have this as a watermelon steak. All right, be back in 2 minutes. Okay, so it's been in between 2 and 3 minutes. Let's check. Look at the char. Does that look great? You can't smell it, but it smells really good. So we're going to let it go another 2 and 3 minutes. We'll take these off and then put the next batch on. And there we have it, the end of the watermelon episode. I hope I showed you watermelon can be used in many ways. You don't just have to slice it and eat it off of a plate. We have the watermelon salad, the watermelon mousse, the grilled watermelon, and the watermelon cocktail. Let me try the grill. I need the drink. The sweetness of the honey and the kick of the cayenne. This is really good. They're all really good. but definitely give this one a try. Give them all a try. All right, I'm Stephen and Frederick, and as I always say, not saying this is the right way, not saying this is the way you should do it, but this is how I cook. See you next time.